Hey, welcome. Gonna try this again. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Northwest. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, I was here earlier and I had like 23 people show up on YouTube and like 2 people showed up on Whatnot. Mama, your jewelry lady. I have lots of jewelry, Mama. Yeah. Oh, thanks for coming, everybody. I've added a lot of stuff to the items, and let me explain what's going on. I have my building that I live in is being earthquake retrofitted starting tomorrow for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And I don't know where I'm going to put my car or if I'm going to have access to some of my boxes out in the garage. I'm going to go grab a bunch of them tonight and grab all the remaining jewelry out there. But I also got a blue box yesterday, opened it yesterday. So, oh, the blue ring, yeah, that's part of a lot. Basically, let me show you guys. I got this box. Usually I'll go through it, I'll make a video, I'll start listing, but I just don't have the time because of that construction project that's starting tomorrow. So I need to get everything done and out of here. Um, the only thing I took out of this box was some single earrings, and I took out these 9 rings. So the 9 rings are in a lot. I'm just going to sell them as a lot, these 9. This one over here, this Leah Sophia, that's a separate listing that was already there. And then I'm going to sell this entire box. I also have another one outside that's a lot less because it's been sitting a while. And that's the deal for tonight. Everything is in the buy it now. I do have several watches. And Kelly, I think we just need to wait for people to come in here, see if they're going to come in. Uh, yeah, I think they're having some technical glitches tonight, because I have more items than I've ever had, and people were coming in for like a half a second. And it's like, well, how could they come in for a half a second and be gone? It was, and then I had like 23 people that said they were on YouTube. And I'm like, 23? I've never had 23 in a live stream in my entire life on YouTube. And I've been on YouTube almost 4 years now. In fact, today it might be my anniversary. I think it was December 28th or 29th. Wow, happy anniversary to me. I didn't even know, because it took 3 years to get monetized. So yeah, people were coming in and then they weren't even opening the shop and looking at the items. So I'm not going to be on for very long. I may just have to scratch this whole or scrap this whole thing. Maybe people are out of money because of Christmas, maybe because it's Sunday. There's too many other shows going. I know there's some big sellers on earlier, that have like hundreds of people. Oh, hey, Oh, hey, Randy on YouTube. Yeah, you need to sign over. You need to sign up for Whatnot. Anybody who's watching right now on YouTube, scan that QR code. And if you're not already a Whatnot member, they will put $15 into your wallet to spend in any store that you like. It doesn't have to be mine. It can be anybody on Whatnot. And the only thing you'll have to pay for is the shipping. So, yeah, I'll show this to Randy. Yeah, this is a really cool. It's a mother of pearl, and it's actually a brooch that's signed. It's a Bethlehem signed brooch. It's a vintage piece. It's really cool. Hi, Samantha on YouTube. So got plenty of people that come and go on YouTube, but I need to get more people actually into this show, or all this stuff is going to have to go on the bay, and that's fine because I'll take the slow dime over the fast nickel if that's the way it has to be. I've got some really cool watches that came in. One of them is this, but the problem is after I took the sticker off the back, so it's obviously never been used, I was unable to open the back. And except for watches that are pocket watches, I know how to open the backs of watches, and I do have some actual tools for that. But for some reason, there's no little divot or groove for me to put the tool to pop the back off, and it still had the sticker. So I think this is this is new old stock that was sitting in somebody's storage because I won it in an auction. And I actually bought it for myself. It's not an expensive brand, but it's really gorgeous. And I bought it for myself because it looks so nice, and it looks just as nice or nicer in person. But I can't get the back off. And, it's not worth the investment for me to now have to take it to a jeweler. So if somebody who's into watches wants to, buy a watch cheap, there it is. Oh, okay. Can you see it now? That's not blurry on this end. I see it too on YouTube. It's clear. That's weird because it's not blurry on my end. I'm watching it live on YouTube. Maybe it's the app, the internet. I'm not sure. But if we can get some people in here to start buying, I can run some buyers giveaways. I have two already preloaded, two buyers giveaways, but it'll be for buyers only. But I'll have to have more than one person in the show in order to be able to run it, because they can't spin the wheel if there's no names on the wheel. And I think at the little red disco ball you see at the top, mine is showing 2. I don't know what yours shows, but mine shows the number 2, and I think I'm one of those. Oh, thank you for the yellow hearts. But maybe a larger seller will end the show and send us a raid. A lot of shows end at the top of the hour, and new shows come on at the top of the hour. So maybe somebody will see us struggling out here and go, "Hey, let's do a raid and send her, some viewers." That would be cool. And I don't know what you mean by automatic watches. Somebody, oh, thank you. Not necessary, Kelly. Somebody on YouTube is asking, Steve Short, do you get any automatic watches? I don't think so. Mine are all battery operated, if that's what you mean. I'll show you something else I received, but I think I'm keeping it. I got this from an auction. All I had to do was change the battery. It looks like it's never been worn. This watch, when it was made, retailed for $299. It's a Juicy Couture, and there are no other ones exactly like this. There are similar ones where you can buy them from department stores or internet watch websites, and they go for $299. I fixed it at no cost because I have a bunch of watch batteries. So yeah, it's $299, or it's mine. So I'm probably keeping it. I also fixed this one, and I really like it. It reminds me of my dive watch. My dive watch is going to cost $125 to fix the watch, and I can't find the similar Nautica that I have anywhere. So I've been mulling it over for the past couple of weeks. They keep sending me the invoices, and I'm just going to lump it. I'm going to bite the bullet, and I sent them $125 via PayPal to fix my Nautica dive watch. But in the meantime, I have this really nice women's Seiko, but it does have some scratches, actually quite a few, but I couldn't see it until I used the magnifying glass because they're not like deep scratches, and it fits me. So, it's not an expensive watch now because of the dial having some scratching and some wear, but you can't see that when you're wearing it, and it doesn't interfere with being able to read the watch. I only could see it when I, lit it up with the iPhone lamp and used the little magnifier piece that I use for jewelry, and then I was like, oh wow, this is all scratched up. But I didn't even notice that. So um, I'm selling it cheap for that reason. These Seikos, they go for, if you look them up on the Bay, they go for a lot of money. I believe it's vintage. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99% sure that it's a vintage Seiko. And that particular model has an extraordinarily high sell-through rate. So if it doesn't sell here, that's fine. I still have the Christmas watch. If anybody's interested in that, it's got Santa Claus on it. That also looks like it was new. I get a lot of these things from auctions where things have been sitting in storage. And then I just, some of the things are brand new, but they're new old stock. So I have to just replace the batteries and then we're good to go. But I was able to do that with the Santa watch, the Seiko watch, and the Juicy Couture, but I couldn't get the back off of this and I don't want to scratch it. I still have the sticker from this. I have it in the jewelry box. It's right next to me. I still have the sticker that was on the back of the watch to show that it was brand new. And Kelly, I see you have an offer sent. I'll check it out, but you don't have to buy anything, honey. You can just sit back and watch the show. You can moderate the YouTube chat or the whatnot chat. You don't have to buy anything. But if you do, I'm going to accept your offer. Yay! Now, if we can have one more sale from somebody different, that'll be enough people on here to run a buyer's giveaway later. It's no longer a followers giveaway because I can't afford for people to come in just for the givey and then me having to pay almost $5 for the postage, plus the cost of the item. So it won't be much, but I do have couple little trinkets here for buyers' giveys. And that doesn't cost you guys a thing. You don't have to pay for the item, the taxes, or the shipping. Yeah, this is Whatnot. This is the Fast Dime where well, eBay is the slow dime and this is the fast nickel. I'm tired. I slept about 3 hours last night. I'm very worried about this retrofit and where they're going to put my car and how I'm going to get back and forth to doctors. I told them I'm disabled and I have a bad back. I'm using a cane right now and there's no parking near this building. And even if it was like just twice a day, 5 days a week times 8 weeks, it's like 80 times that I would have to walk back and forth and I can't even do it once. So they're going to have to find an answer because all the neighbors are like, I'm not going to get a ticket, I'm not going to get towed. I've had a couple of people reach out. My friend Bruce, God bless him, he's a famous actor, producer, writer. He has a house in Studio City, so he might be able to help me on the occasion that I have to park overnight. I also have a friend, Nancy, and she's got a house in Burbank, but I think her driveway is like not available, but maybe I could park it in front of her house just for one night if it's not the ticket day, because they said we'll have to do that for more than 24 hours where we'll just have to leave our cars somewhere. But, I have some major medical issues going on with my heart and I have some major appointments coming up. I told my manager that in the email, like, I'm going to have to wear a heart monitor and, I've got all these medicals and I have to go to the pharmacy all the time. And, my back is out. I'm using a cane. That's why I can't do a long show tonight. But I'm hoping at the top of the hour, which should be in 1 minute, less than a minute, maybe people will come in or maybe someone will go off the air and they will raid my show because, I've got more items in this show than I've had in any other show since I came back early November. I think I came back to this app on November the 3rd as a seller. I've got more jewelry tonight than I've had. Yeah, the spoon bracelet is half, and I do have, this is the big item tonight, the big ticket item. This is blue box number 9. Hey, Mason, thanks for joining. Everything is in the shop under Buy It Now, and I am taking best offers if they're reasonable. This is blue box number 9, and everything that was in this box, with the exception of these 9 rings and some single earrings, is in the box. There wasn't even, I think there was only one broken item that I tossed out. into the scrap pile. I just don't have time to do a YouTube video on this. Hi, John Nanny. Thanks for coming. Everything's in the shop under Buy It Now. With the construction that's going to happen starting tomorrow and all my packing and my boxes, like I just got to get everything out of the garage tonight. Hello, back to you. Uh, I just need to get this literally out of my lake house. Like, we knew last November that this was going to happen, but they didn't tell us until this past week that, oh, everybody's going to move their car for 8 weeks. And we live in a big city. It would be like moving your car in New York. It's just like, it's not going to be possible. And I can't have my car impounded. I can't pay tickets every day. And I certainly can't be calling Ubers every 5 minutes. Anytime I have to go to the medical facility or the pharmacy or the bank or to do a grocery pickup. So, hi Tina, thanks for coming back. Everything's in the shop. And yes, Kelly, I'll show you this. I reduced the price by half just because I've got to get my inventory out. And now I've got some watchers on it on other apps, but no offers yet. So I got to make something to pay for the lot. It won't pay for the lot completely, but you know, you win some, you lose some. And I've had a lot of good lots lately, but that was my one good prize out of a couple of bad lots that came the same day. So anyway, oh, somebody's sending me a text. We're still working on it. Okay, what is? Are there any areas, silver tones, that are rubbed off? This is silver plated, and it's very shiny. And I don't know when it was made because, you know, it's got the modern day magnet closure, but based on the signatures that are on the spoons, these spoons are antique. They are more than 100 years old. I did the research on the Rogers Company to see the different names that they were over the years and what years. So this was from 1900 to, I forget, but it's might be 1918 or 1928. I forget, but it is antique, the actual spoons. And I do believe that this watch, it's a very high sell-through rate on eBay. I believe that this is vintage too. I can tell you the model number if somebody needs to know the model number, or it might actually be in the listing. Hi, Callie girl. How are you? Welcome. Everything is in the Buy It Now. And I have an offer coming in. And I am accepting that offer. Thank you, Kelly. You are not obligated to buy anything. I just wanted you to come to the show. It's got 2 R's on it. Isn't that cool? It stands for Rogers, and the other one is Rogers too. But for you, it's going to stand for Ray and Ray. Kelly Ray and Cat Ray. That's perfect. It was like it was made for you. So I will set that aside, and I will also set aside the, thank you, the Profusion. I'll set that aside along with the spoon bracelet. Yeah, that bracelet is just gorgeous. Yeah, remind me to take it off the bay and some of the other sites I have it on. And I can't do that on my iPad because my iPad, the eBay app won't work anymore. It's so old. So yeah, I can't go over to the iPad while I'm yeah, your drag show makeup, perfect. Yeah, you're not obligated to buy anything. I just wanted you to have something to do, you know. So these are the rings that came out, just so you can see them. Those are the rings that came out of, there's some kind of a crumb on there. This is the rings that came out of the blue box number, I believe it's blue box 9. And the only thing I removed were the 9 rings to put them in a separate pile. And I took out some, whoops, I took out some single earrings. And I think there was one earring or one brooch that had a missing stone that I tossed. Hello, RB. RB Ravo Jr. 3, welcome. I have everything in the shop in the buy it now. So yeah, if nobody buys that, I may just sort that box and start listing the pieces individually. But I'm so stressed over this retrofit and this construction, and they're going to try to straighten it out Tuesday afternoon with the construction supervisor, but I don't know what he's going to be able to do. There's literally this is LA. It's more spread out than New York, but there's literally um, this. Oh, that's the top to my drink. That's the top to. That's the top to my diet ginger beer, brewed in Australia, non-alcoholic. Hi, the Vintage Edit. Hey, I'm so glad you got that those earrings. I sent something to Connecticut on another app on December 14th, and the people, they don't have it yet. And it was those very expensive, Kelly, you won't believe it, my moderator, it's those very expensive watch tips. They went from California to Warren, Pennsylvania, to St. Louis, Missouri, left St. Louis, Missouri, returned to St. Louis, Missouri, showed up just in the last couple days in Massachusetts, and has somehow made it to Connecticut, where the final destination is. And I'm hoping that it's going to be delivered tomorrow, because it's one of those apps that doesn't pay you until several days after the buyer receives the merch. And I was afraid that he was going to ask for a refund, and I have no way to refund him because I don't have the money. So the mail is still really messed up. Hi, Terry. Thanks for coming. And if you're still here, the Vintage Edit, I'm so glad that you finally got those vintage earrings. Those were bomb. Those were keepers. Hi, Cheryl K. Please check the shop and check the buy it now. There seems to be a lot of glitches tonight on this app where people are getting kicked out. I'm not sure what's going on. I see people coming in, and then like a split second later, they're gone. If you're still here, Kelly, I still have what I thought was a keychain, but I now think it's purse jewelry. But I still don't get the reason for the second loop. The first loop, the upper loop opens, so you can hook it onto a bag, but this bottom loop does not open for keys or for jewelry, so I'm not sure. I'm still not 100%. I know it's not a keychain now, but I'm going with purse jewelry. Hi, Shay Shay. Thanks for coming. I have everything in my buy it now. Oh, wow. I'm glad you have them. I hope Katie liked hers too. That was a nice gift for somebody. Yeah, the little red ball, and it'll shoot up one or two people, and then a second or two later, it goes right back down. So I'm hoping that we're going to get a raid. But it was worth going on just because now you have the bracelet. Yeah, I'm going to take a huge loss on that one actually, but I have some other projects going which will help pay for some of it. Just trying to get everything in, and I didn't want to start out 2025 under all this kind of stress when I'm still dealing with my medical situation and have a lot of stuff with my heart. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for coming. I have everything in my shop in the buy it now, and I am accepting reasonable offers if you're interested in something here. If there's something you'd like to see, something you want me to pin or just show it to the camera, just let me know. I'll be happy to show it to you. I've got quite a few nice watches in here. Yeah, I really like this one. I think this one's going to go on the bay, actually. It's got a very high sell-through rate. Oh, thanks for the follow. I'll be sure to follow you after the show. Just trying to, I'm hoping somebody will raid me because I actually have some buyer's giveies tonight, but people are not coming in for very long. But Kelly, yeah, if you can see this, I scored pretty good on this one. This was from an auction. But I know you keep losing your signal tonight, so I don't know if you're even still here right now because my red ball says 1. So I don't know if you guys can hear me or if I'm just talking to the air. But I'm going to try to be on here for a little while. Thank you, whoever is watching over on YouTube. I appreciate you. Feel free to hit that thumbs up button. And if there's anything that you want to buy, oh, that's weird. Yeah, it's not going out here. I'll do a test on my iPad. I think a lot of people are having problems. Yeah, it's not going out here. I'll do a test on my iPad. Yeah, I can hear myself perfect on my iPad. Yeah, it's not going out here. I'll do a test on my iPad. It could be internet or it could be whatnot because a lot of people are coming in and then they're leaving. So I'm wondering if people can't hear me. And I'm listening to myself. I've got the volume turned up just a bit on the iPad. I do think that Whatnot is having some issues tonight. Yeah, Kelly, if you want to go over to the YouTube multicast, you're welcome to do so. Yeah, I see there's still 2 people over on the YouTube end. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of technical issues tonight. Can't run a show if somebody can't hear me. Hi, Sujay. Hopefully you can hear me. Some of my people, my moderator is saying that the sound is going in and out repeatedly, but I can hear myself just fine on the multicast. Hi, Jenna Marie or Jen Marie. Can you please let me know if you guys can hear me? Yeah, I don't know if anybody's hearing me on the. Oh, you can hear me much better on YouTube? Okay, I see you, Kelly, on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's hearing me on the. Oh, you can hear me much better on YouTube? Yeah, I'm wondering if Whatnot is having. You said you were kicked off several times and you were having a hard time hearing me. I've been listening on the YouTube end and it sounds just fine, but there still could be a problem on the Whatnot side because it seems like people are coming in and they're leaving right away. Like they're not even having time to open up the catalog. So it really sucks, Whatnot, if you are having these technical issues because it seemed like that was happening earlier when you were not here, Kelly. That people were coming in for like less than a second and then they were splitting, and I'm like, what's going on? And I've rebooted my phone and everything. If it was my phone, I wouldn't be able to hear myself loud and clear on YouTube. Yeah, because I'm watching the YouTube version on a separate device and I'm able to hear myself perfectly crisp and clear. So it sounds like Whatnot is having issues tonight. Every time I try to ask somebody, they're already gone before they can answer. Oh, that's what I need as a pro. This iPhone 13 is actually a worse phone than my iPhone 6. And I used to get so much grief for using that iPhone 6. And my 13 is not as good as the 6. I definitely need a pro version. But with being on disability, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, it's really terrible if you guys can't hear me on Whatnot. I'm going to say, can you hear me in the chat? With a question mark, so it'll be highlighted in yellow. And there's no way I can I can pause the show, but I can't go out and come back in because it'll just say congratulations on your show. If anybody on Whatnot can hear me, yes, hear you now. Okay. But very frustrating because I've wasted a lot of time today setting this up and having to go on the air twice because people would come in and they would be gone in less than a second. And I'm like, is there a technical problem? They can't see me, they can't hear me. Very few people were answering, but some people were. Yeah, it's just, the buyers come in and then they very quickly go out. So if they can't hear, I could have 1,000 items, but if they can't hear, they can't hear, and I'm not going to be able to sell anything. I wish I could get a raid. You need to start, Kelly. You can start Whatnot, and then you'll get a huge following. And then we can coordinate our shows together and we can raid each other. How about that? Yep, I think we are. I'll give it a few more minutes. Yeah, that's typical with heart issues. Sometimes my brain gets stuck too for just a second or two, and then I'm like, uh oh. Yeah, there's 23 people on the other broadcast on the multicast earlier. I really don't know what I'm going to do about this watch because I didn't buy it for resale. I bought it to wear it because it was a reasonably priced, you know, fairly inexpensive brand, but it still had the sticker on the back side. And I knew that I would need to change the battery because it's probably been sitting in a storage space somewhere. I think it came from Maryland, DC area. Hi, Leanne. I hope you can hear me. A lot of people are saying that the site is glitching out tonight. If you can hear me, everything is in the buy it now, and I do have best offer turned on. Yeah, I think she's already gone. Like, these people are coming in for less than a second. I really want to be able to get the back of this watch open to see what battery it needs and see if I have it. But I don't want to damage it. It's such a beautiful watch with it's got the two-tone, it's like a bracelet style. I really like that. I don't want to spend more at the jeweler for a battery than what it's worth. And I have the right tools. Oh, the Christmas earrings that look like presents? Let me see. You mean the whole bag of Christmas earrings? These are earrings. The ones that look like Christmas presents. Yeah, they come in a whole pack of Christmas earrings. There's some really cool vintage ones that I like in here that are the Santa Claus ones. Oh, I hear Amazon. Hopefully they're coming to my door. I've been waiting all day. They come in the middle of the night here. Same with our mailman. And then the substitute guy, he doesn't scan anything. And of course, those are the things that end up missing, that end up in, St. Louis, where every package in America goes to die. Even if you're not sending to Missouri, that's the only things I've ever lost or got damaged in the mail end up in St. Louis. And eventually you get a piece of paper from the post office saying, this is all we have, is we have a piece of paper with your name on it. Incompetence. But yeah, those are earrings. I think they're new, but I'm not 100% sure, but they look new. And then it has the little Santa Claus ones. I like these. I kind of wanted these. But I just threw them all in a bag. I think there's 5 or 6 different pairs in there of Christmas earrings. I sold most of my Christmas jewelry when I first started Whatnot in 2022. And then there was a death in the family. And then the following year, the end of 2023 and most of 2024, I was in the hospital. So I just recently got back to selling on Whatnot. But I've sold quite a few things. But you're my number one customer so far. Thank you. Yeah, you've got a lot of it. But I've sold quite a few things. I've sold quite a few items. Just a little here and there. I've had a couple of buy it nows in the in the marketplace. Sold, quite a few of the coins and some earrings, things like that. Some necklaces, some of the vintage pieces. I'm hoping somebody's going to come along and buy this big blue box number 9 because with my back and what's going on with the construction starting tomorrow and not having access to a car. And, it's just like, it was just too stressful for me. I'm like, I'm just going to put everything back and I'm just going to sort it, untangle it, put everything back in the box. And I only lost a few pieces due to the entanglement. But I weighed everything out, and everything except these rings are back in the box. And then there was some single earrings. And I'll just put them in the scrap single earring pile. There's really some cute rings here. My phone is not sitting too well. I like this blue one. And I like this one. It's got some red and purple and white. It's pretty cool. But it kind of fits on my pinky a little bit too big. I haven't tested any of these rings. I did test the stones with the Presidium Gem Tester. So I think they're all glass. So I doubt that any of these are silver or gold. That's probably just stainless steel. Don't know. It's kind of sparkly. I've got a new dolphin necklace that's like that. And it's really sparkly, so it looks silver to me, but it's not marked as such, so it probably isn't. It's right underneath my elephant necklace. Let me grab that. To me, when I first saw this is it's a dolphin on a silver chain. It looks like it's made out of sterling, but it's not marked as such, so it's probably not. So I've got him up on the hanger next to the elephant, the gold elephant. So I got the elephant earrings and the elephant necklace, and I got the dolphin. I didn't list this yet, but this was in that box too. It's a huge owl pendant. And I looked these up online because I thought maybe something was missing because there's that hole in the center. But they're like that online. When I saw them online, they have this hole in the back and this hole in the center. So I'm not sure why that is, because it's definitely got the bail on the top with the CZ stones for it's definitely a pendant. So I can't really explain why there's the center hole in the owl. So I didn't list the owl yet because I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, does anybody know? Like, why does the owl have that little hole in the center? I'm just not sure. It's crazy. But they still have the big, let me move the camera. Don't want to make anybody sick, but I still have the Blue Box 9. Yeah, that's a lot of jewelry. That's almost 5 pounds. There's no broken pieces in there. There was just a couple that I had to separate that were entangled, but most everything made it. The rings don't really have much of a weight, so I just took those and put them separate. And I removed the single earrings out of there. Mostly bracelets or necklaces. There's a couple of sign pieces in there, but I don't know what they mean. Especially this one. This red ring is really pretty. It says Silinda on the inside, and I've looked at every way I could possibly spell it, but it's Silenda is what it looks like, and I can't find any jewelry maker that's called Silinda. So if anybody's ever heard of that, let me know what Silinda is. I also found a piece in there. I don't remember what it was, but I found a piece that was marked Korea. But I don't remember what it is. Okay, no problem. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming and helping out. Hello, Samantha Nevis Diaz on YouTube. Well, if we don't get more people in here, I think I'm just going to go raid somebody. We'll give it a few more minutes. Okay, I'm back on the app here. I just learned how to pause the app. Hi, Suzanne Watkins. Oh, thank you for answering that. I'm running both chats. My moderator just left. The hole in the center of the owl pendant is for a snap-on charm. I wonder why, though, when I researched this, let me show it to you again. I researched this with Google Lens, and I saw them, and they were like this online. And I'm like, but why is there that hole? Like, is there something separate that goes with this? So I didn't list the owl. And I have a collection of owls, so I'll probably just throw it. It's called snap jewelry. And so do you buy like different pieces, like different charms to put into the owl? Oh, okay. Well, oh, I'm so glad I met you, Suzanne. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Yeah, if you want to see my items on Whatnot, just scan that QR code at the top right-hand corner of your screen, and you can join up with Whatnot. It's an online selling app. It's kind of like eBay, but it's live auctions, and they'll give you $15 to put into your account, and you can spend that any way you like. It doesn't have to be my store, but I've already had a couple of people do it, and they got all their freebies, so it does work. But so, okay, so this is snap jewelry. I'm going to have to research that tonight while I'm lying in bed. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, I knew that that meant something because it was like, why would they make this with the hole in the center? And I thought, did something fall off and it's missing a piece? But then I saw these online and I'm like, well, the other ones have holes in them too. Like, see, you learn something new every time. Oh, thanks for the subscription or for the subscribe. I really appreciate that, Suzanne. Yeah, I have an eclectic array of videos. I got something for everybody on my YouTube. Are you on Whatnot by any chance? Have you ever joined that app? It's a live selling app. And then you can see the catalog, you can see the shop, you can see either auctions or buy it now items that are in the shop. You can't see the shop when you're on the YouTube end. You can't see any of the controls, like the tabs. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad I met you, Suzanne. I learned a lot last month about Navajo watch tips, and now I've learned something tonight about snap jewelry. So, wow. Okay. Now, if I list that, I'll know that that's what it is. Oh, okay. On the top right-hand corner of the YouTube screen, you should see a little QR code that says Whatnot. And if you scan that with your phone, and you may be watching this on your phone, so you can also, you can watch it on a laptop or a desktop or an iPad. But you need to go to, if you want to sign up on Whatnot under somebody's code, they'll give you $15 to make your first purchase. So, hi, the Antique Hutch. I have everything in the shop in the Buy It Now. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. Yeah, my moderator, that's how she got a couple of items. But if you're already signed up to the app, then they won't give you the extra $15. Like if you're already a Whatnot member, but if they're trying to gain followers, they're trying to gain subscribers, and they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They've only been in business about 3 years, but they're a multi-billion-dollar company. And there's all kinds, there's thousands of resellers on here. And Whatnot is basically the fast nickel, where eBay is the slow dime. But you can sell in mass quantity. And people have everything from jewelry to sports cards to clothes. Some people even sell food items. A lot of people sell jewelry. There's a lot of coin dealers on here, sports card dealers, Funko Pop dealers, Lego dealers. I mean, the list just goes on and on. I sell on a lot of other online platforms, but when I need to turn things over quickly or I just have leftovers that have been sitting a while in my other stores, then I put them on Whatnot. But I have several new items tonight that are not even listed on most of those other apps yet because I need to get rid of this quickly. In fact, I'll show it to you. I know you're on YouTube, but I have this big box. That's a Goodwill Blue box, and those are almost impossible to buy. So everything that was in there is in there except for these 9 rings, which I have over here in a separate lot. Hi, Mina. I hope you guys can hear me. I've been hearing that there's lots of technical glitches tonight. But gosh, I'm so happy, Suzanne, you told me what this is. That was driving me nuts. Like, what is the hole in the L? And that's why I didn't list the L yet. I was just going to throw them in I have a bunch of bags of like certain types of jewelry. Like I've got a lot of abalone, and I've got a lot of owls, and I've got a lot of vintage Avon pieces, and I've got single earrings and matching earrings and designer earrings, and I have separate bags for all that. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to have to toss the owl into the owl bag because I don't know what he is. And when I did a show earlier tonight, I had like 23 people came in on this live chat on YouTube, but there was like 2 people on the show. But then my mod came in and said that it kept cutting out and they were having audio issues. But I've been able to hear myself just fine on the YouTube side. But if people can't hear me tonight on the Whatnot side, or the app keeps kicking people out, then I guess they are having some issues. I was able to sell a couple things. That was one of my regular buyers, though. You have to build a following on this app. And I had a following, but I had some medical issues and I got out of it for a long time. I've sold quite a bit. I went back on November 3rd as a seller. I've always been a buyer on here, but went back early November and I sold dozens of items. And I'd never be able to do that on, eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, or Facebook Marketplace. It's just not at the same quantities. But yeah, if you ever want to like sign up to Whatnot, just scan that QR code and come on over. And I don't think the free $15 credits, I think that only pays for your merchandise, but it doesn't pay for your shipping. But Whatnot has a commercial account with USPS. And so their shipping is very reasonable. And they do bundles. So the more items you buy, the more the shipping goes down for each item. And then it's all combined into one box if it's under 5 pounds. Now, if you wanted to buy a whole pile of clothes from somebody, you'd pay like $8.77 flat rate for up to 5 pounds. Snap jewelry. Wow, I'm going to have fun tonight researching this. I'd like to see what the charms look like. I could tell there was some little mechanism in there. I was like, what the heck is that? Yeah, I see somebody shopping the shop on Poshmark, and I hardly ever sell anything there. That's funny, right in the middle of the Whatnot show. Somebody is adding an item to their bundle. Yeah, I have some giveaways, some free giveaways in this tonight. I have some buyer's giveies. But my only buyer, she already went to bed. She left the show, so I may not be able to run those buyer's giveies unless I get some more audience that comes in here in the next few minutes. So far I've sold the makeup and I've sold the antique spoon bracelet. I always have to remember after these shows to go to my other apps and start taking things down so I don't accidentally have a double sale. Okay, I'm going to be on here for about 4 more minutes and that's it. If you're still with me, Suzanne, welcome to my channel. Or if you want to sign up to Whatnot and you're still trying to do that and you need me to wait for you, I will be happy to stay on the air. You guys shout out on YouTube where you're coming from tonight. I get more people coming in on YouTube than I have people coming in on the actual Whatnot app, but you need to come in through Whatnot if you want to participate in the show, unless you just want to sit back and listen on YouTube. If you want to sit back and just listen to the show on YouTube, make sure to give me a thumbs up. I think I've been back on for close to an hour. Scrap Sterling, no, none on Whatnot. Hi, so chill. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm very tired today. Any Scrap Sterling. But I figure with your username, you're probably looking for Scrap Sterling. Yeah, I figured you would. Yeah, I usually sell those on another auction site that starts with the letter E, but I don't have any Scrap Sterling for sale right now. And my last sterling pieces just recently sold. I still have my coins. I do have some gold bars, but it's not Scrap Sterling. Still got my gold bars. But usually gold people are into gold and silver people are into silver. Yes, I do have. I actually won this in an auction on Whatnot. These are Indian head, or not Indian head, excuse me. See, I'm very tired. These are wheat pennies that were bank rolled. I already sold 2 other rolls and the seller had wrote 30s as in 1930s on the outside, but this one, they're just unsearched bank rolled wheat pennies. So where he got these, I don't know. I still have my pirate coins, and if you look in the store, I have a baggie full of proof coins, like some dimes and a quarter, and it I think there's 5 or 6 proof coins that are slabbed. I have those in the store. They're all in a bundle. 3 generation XYZ. 3rd generation XYZ. Is that what it? 3 or 3rd gen XYZ. I like that. I probably butchered it, but I like it. And I still have this, it's a half penny from 1920. And I haven't attempted to clean it because it's antique. It's pretty cool. Yeah, older coins, I don't want to touch them because I'm not a coin dealer. I'm not a coin specialist, but I do have that 1920 coin. And I have some pirate coins that are probably just replica pieces. Oh, cool. I'll have to check you out. Make sure you follow me, and then I'll follow you at the end of the show, and I'll check your shows out. I need some clothing. Oh, thanks. I'll definitely follow you if I'm not already following you. Usually I go in at the end of the show, and anybody that has subscribed or followed during the show, I will follow. I have everything tonight in the buy it now, and I am accepting best offers. I'm just trying to get rid of my 2024 inventory. I did get a new shipment in yesterday. It actually came in Friday, but I opened it yesterday. I got a blue box. This is blue box number 9. And there's some other things that have come up here. There's some construction that's going to start tomorrow at my lake house. So I just need to get rid of this box. So I just went through it to separate it, untangle it, make sure that, if there was anything broken, that it got sorted. And then I separated the rings. There's 9 rings that came out of that box. I think there's another one in the box, but it was very tiny. Uh, so I took these 9 rings out, and I took some of the single earrings out because every now and then when I get a big pile of earrings, I'll sell them as bulk lot singles or bulk lot doubles, or I'll sell them as like signed designer singles because sometimes people are looking for, like a designer earring, and they only have one, they lost the other one. So I have the earrings separated into 3 categories. So whenever I get these big boxes, the first thing I grab are the earrings. And then I go through them at a later time when I've got nothing better to do and go, oh, this is signed. This is designer. Oh, God, this is sterling silver. I didn't know. Or, oh, wow, this one's 14 karat gold. That happened the other day. I found a pair and I just tossed them on my end table. Like, oh, I'll check those later. And I forgot. And they were 14 karat gold. And I was like, oh my God, like, how long has this gold been sitting on my table? And I just, wasn't even paying attention. So the whole box is still it's still there. It's almost I think it's 4.9 pounds, including the weight of the box, which can't be more than a couple ounces, I would guess. And then I have all the rings just in a bundle. I also have offer turned on. I have another uh, bundle, but it's out in my garage and it's already sealed. But I have pictures in my store. Hi, Lacey, how are you? I have everything tonight in my buy it now. There's quite a bit of new jewelry items. There's several nice watches that are in here as well. Noah Rowe, thanks for joining. I don't know if you're still here. I'm going to be signing off soon because this is the second time I've been on today. So if there's anybody that wants to see anything, or there's anybody on YouTube that wants to have time to scan that QR code, just let me know. XX Juarez. That's a long one. Your username. I don't even want to attempt that. Hi, Pam. I have everything in the shop. Everything is in the buy it now. And I do have best offer turned on because I'm trying to get rid of the 2024 inventory. I do have a lot of new items tonight because I just got a Goodwill blue box on Friday that I opened last night. And I put almost everything back. I just sorted and untangled. And I took out the rings, or most of them, and the earrings. So the box is full of necklaces and bracelets. There could be a couple of brooches in there. I'm not sure. I went through it really quick, and there's so much going on right now. I don't have time to list everything individually on that. So if somebody wants to, shoot me an offer on the Goodwill Blue Box, feel free to do that. There's another one in my garage too. that's got a lower price on it that I'm taking offers on. I have a big construction project that's coming to my building, and I won't have access to like some of the inventory. So I'm trying to haul everything into my house and get set up so I'm good to go indefinitely while this construction project is going on. I live in California, and we have a lot of earthquakes here in California, so they're doing some sort of emergency retrofitting project that they've been putting off for years. And I think the city of LA is forcing their hands to get it done, and it's kind of a crap show because there's no parking in LA. It's like New York, but it's spread out in New York, and we have no parking anywhere, and they want everybody out of the building. So it's going to be a nightmare. I'm disabled from I'm a breast cancer survivor, but I've got other physical issues now, and I can't really, like take my car out every night and then jog a mile to go get my car. Well, I see a lot of people just came in and then a lot of people left. And I think I'm going to do a raid. It'll be kind of a sad raid. It'll be like a raid of one. Let me see who's on the air. Let's see. Oh, hi Kim. Thanks for coming in. I was getting ready to raid somebody with a party of one. Everything is in my shop and buy it now. If there's anything you'd like to see, I have a lot of new items and some bulk jewelry lots tonight. Let me know if there's anything I can show you really quick. I was going to do a buyer's giveaway, but my buyer that bought a couple items, she already left. So she wouldn't be here to join in. So if you guys want to pick up something last moment to get into the buyer's giveaway, please do. Or I'll just hold the items for the next show. Yeah, if anybody out here is a reseller and you need some bulk lots, I've got like 2 big bulk jewelry lots and I've got a small ring lot tonight. I just need to move it fast, so Britain 95, thanks for coming. I have everything in the buy it now, but I'm getting ready to turn off the show momentarily. I was going to raid somebody, but there's not a lot of people in here right now. Let me see who's on the air. Oh, they all must be in this contemporary costume show. Yeah, there's a lot of. Oh, wow, there's a lot of jewelry sellers online right now. No wonder. Well, usually I go for the person that has the least, but I think tonight I'll go for the suggested blonde Lux. Let's go for her. And here we go. Rating with a party of one.